space. It's the place where we're the aliens. And I'm sure you guys saw the big news today. William Shatner, Captain Kirk from the old Star Trek, actually went into space. And not fake TV show space where you travel to new worlds and have sex with green women. No, this was real space, where you go a few meters over the technical boundary of the atmosphere for 11 minutes, which is not long enough to have sex. But yeah, oldest person ever to go to space, which is amazing. Like, I don't know about you, but I love it when old people break records, you know? That's why so many people support Tom Brady. I mean, your grandpa can't throw like that. And if you ask me, 90 is actually the best age to go to space. Because what's the worst that can happen? You die? Yeah, so what? At 90, dying in a rocket is basically best case scenario. Now, I know from down here, it's starting to seem like going into space is becoming routine. But it's obviously moving for the people who get to do it, because Shatner tried to describe the trip after he got back, and it clearly cut him deep.
Everybody in the world needs to see the it was unbelievable to see the blue color go whip by, and now you're staring into blackness. That's the thing. As though you whip off a sheet off you when you're asleep, and you're looking into blackness. This is life, and that's death. And it's in an instant, you go, wow, that's death. That's what I saw.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Wow.
I am overwhelmed.
I love how he's like, this is the most powerful thing I've experienced. And people in the back are like, ha ha, I was in space. The space was spacey. This was life and death. I said, did you take a selfie in space? It was really emotional, actually. I mean, it also is William Shatner. You know, that's kind of how he's been delivering lines for decades. It doesn't matter what he says, touching the void between life and death, reason and madness. Such are the deals you can find on Priceline.com. I will say, it's pretty cool that he gave an Amazon review about his trip to an actual Amazon guy. That was pretty cool. No one gets to tell Jeff Bezos about his products to his face. And by the way, this whole thing made me wonder, do you think Jeff Bezos is just secretly swapping us out one by one with clones? Because like, for all we know, he secretly built a factory on the moon, right? And then when you go up there, he just replaces you with a clone. And now your clone is on Earth praising Jeff Bezos, and the real you is working in the Amazon warehouse. You ever think about that? He's just sending us up one by one, switching us around. You don't know. Could be. Could be like one of those crazy scams, you know, where Amazon does that kind of thing. Just like a Ronnie Chang. Hey, what's going on, buddy?
Oh, hey, sorry, my phone died, so I was just looking for like a book for the commute home, you know. Don't let me interrupt. Sorry, just keep doing.
You sort of interrupted by walking behind me while I was doing the thing.
Oh, you're doing a thing right now?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, we're taping the show.
Oh, okay. Okay, I'll be quick. Let's see. Nelson Mandela.
I don't think Ronnie.
Ben Carson.
Ronnie, why don't you just after the show?
Gettysburg. I mean, dude, we get it. You're black, all right? We don't have to keep going.
Well, that's just one section of the books.
You know, you can tell a lot of someone by what books they keep. I noticed your book isn't here.
Yeah, why would I keep my own book on a shelf?
I mean, if you valued your contribution to literature, then maybe you would. What was your book called again? Was it Baby Criminals or what? Guilty as Charged or I Did It? You know, or was that OJ or
Ronnie, pick the book.
Yeah. Oh, hey, did you hear about that William Shatner thing? The guy went to space. The guy from Star Trek went to Star Trek is this American TV show.
I just did that.
It's an analogy for socialism and working at the Gap.
I just did that on the thing.
Yeah. Do you see the guy's crazy? He was 90 years old. He went to space. It was insane. I mean.
Yes,
I mean, it either proves that like William Shatner is the strongest human ever, or that going to space is nothing. You know what I mean? Like, you know, all those videos we see of astronauts training for months. Like, you don't need any of that. You just need to have breath, and you can not. If you're not dead, you can go to space. Apparently. Also proves how much white people don't love their grandparents. Because I mean, I've never sent my grandparents to space. You know what I mean? I wouldn't even send my grandparents to Times Square. This place is insane. Anyway,
Yeah,
sorry.
I was talking. It's a good point, but thank you. All right, let's make like nobody in history and move to North Korea. You probably know that every year Kim Jong-un throws a big parade where he shows off all of his latest military hardware, right? It's how we find out which high-tech missiles they're going to crash into the ocean next. But yesterday, North Korea released footage from this year's weapons display. And people, the only thing I can say is, holy shit.
Showcased at this latest event were more than missiles. Soldiers performed high-flying martial arts kicks, smashing blocks. A soldier crashed through a block with his head. And a bare-chested soldier fought off all comers.
Sweet Jesus. You see that guy? That guy fought off like 6 dudes at one time. We're going to smuggle him out of North Korea and get him to Waffle House ASAP. Your new champion is here. The other guy just ran through like a block of concrete. Like, I didn't know North Korea was deploying Kool-Aid Man technology. That's pretty wild to watch. And that wasn't even the craziest stuff. They bent pipes with their throats. They broke out of chains like a shaved King Kong. And look at this. Look at this shit. Let me tell you guys, man, if the plan to defeat North Korea was to make them lie down, cover them with concrete blocks, and hit them with sledgehammers, America is screwed.
Yeah, not that impressive.
I'm sorry, what?
I was just saying that. I mean, man, we've been watching Americans on TV do that for decades now. I mean, do you think that's scary? We should send them. We should have a versus between those guys and Chris Angel and David Blaine and David Copperfield.
Okay.
Those guys have been lying on that stuff. Go to Vegas for one night. That's rougher than what those guys did.
It's one thing for you to interrupt the show. Don't interrupt the show with bullshit. That was impressive. Have you run through bricks with your face?
Oh, well, I mean, not me. I've seen people do it. If you want to scare the North Koreans, send them Jackass 1 and 2. That shit is scary as f***. North Koreans would be like, these Americans are insane.
Yeah, but like...
Also,
it's still impressive.
I don't know. Yeah, it's impressive if you grew up without watching TV. I mean, I've seen that act before. I mean,
those were real. That wasn't like fake. That was real.
Okay, sure. So if North Korea decides to invade and destroy America's crumbling infrastructure, maybe I'd be a bit more worried. But with
I don't know, man. I think you're jaded. I think you're jaded. Have you found your book yet?
No, I'm still look. It's not a lot of choices. Okay, just like Bibles.
I don't know why you come to my bookshelf to find a book. Anyway, finally, let's move on to some good news from the animal kingdom. Out in Colorado, there's an elk that somehow got a tire stuck around its neck. Yeah, and nobody knows how this happened, right? I mean, maybe it's a CrossFit thing. Maybe he partied too hard at a Toyota-thon. Maybe that's just his outfit for the Met Gala. I don't know. But that elk had a tire stuck around there for 2 years, right? And what's amazing is that he didn't seem unhappy about it. This elk was just rolling with that the whole time, which makes sense. Like in the elk world, wearing a tire around your neck practically makes you a wizard. I mean, everyone else is just a boring elk. And then this one elk is a quarter of the way to being a Jeep, you know? But that all came to an end last week when park rangers were finally able to get the tire off of his neck. Although how they did it might not have been the way that the elk would have wanted.
Our other officer, Dawson Swanson, was able to sneak within range and was able to make a good shot with his tranquilizer gun.
Officers Murdoch and Swanson first trying to cut the tire off.
Unfortunately, once you get to the steel bead, it was really slow going.
But they knew the tranquilizer wouldn't last long on the 600-pound elk. So they went with plan B.
We ended up just cutting the antlers off, pulling the tire up over its head.
Young Eddie the elk finally free of that accidental accessory. And don't worry, no antlers, no problem.
These animals will grow another set of antlers next year, and he will function and live a perfect and healthy life.
No, come on, you cut off his antlers. Yo, think about it, man. This elk is going to have to wait a whole year for those antlers to grow back. In the meantime, he's going to get clowned down at the elk barbershop. Elk's just going to be like, look at this no antler having motherfucker right here. Shit, you Bambi-looking ass, you ain't got no antlers. Like, you can't...
man, that was his thing. The tire was his thing. I mean, it looked like the elk saw a mounted head elk and was like, that's the part I need to protect. You know what I mean? And so he wore a rubber thing and it was like, he survived 2 hunting seasons. That was his magic. Don't take that away from him.
All right, that's all the time we have for the headlines. Let's move on to...
Oh, these are green. Man, the whole time I'm trying to figure out your classification system is by color. These are green books. I get it now.
Ronnie, just take a book and go, please.
Okay,
just pick the book you're going to read and go.
Okay. Okay. Also, can I have this as well? Is that all right?
Just go. Yeah, just take it.
Just like
go.
the sound. It's very relaxing. So it's fine. Okay, and like one green book. That's it.
Yeah, just go.
Thanks. Thanks, man. See you. See you.
Just go.
I'm going. I'm going. Where's the exit?
It's the same as the entrance, Ronnie.
Oh, okay, I found it. See it. See it. All right. Oh, damn. All right. Well, that's it then.